Hello and welcome to another first impression video. I'm Drew Wilson from FreezeNet. Today is an extra special video. Today we are going to be playing our first PlayStation 3 game. The first game we are trying is the racing game Ridge Racer 7. This game was a launch title for the PlayStation 3 and was released in 2006. So, I've got 10 minutes on the clock. Let's see what this game is all about. So, PlayStation 3, finally. I'm actually quite excited for this one. Yeah, I got teased that I got the system on last month. Still has that. And so I'll be playing. I was trying to think like what is going to be a good first title for this system, in all honesty. And there wasn't really anything immediately obvious for this particular system. And so I decided, okay, what was just a set of launch titles? And Ridge Racer 7 looked familiar. So I went ahead and thought, okay, go ahead, give this a shot. So, one of the things I was kind of curious about is, like, is this more arcade style or more, simulation style? And I wasn't exactly sure on that one, to be honest, because yeah, the first four games actually were much more arcade style. You had Ridge Racer for the PlayStation, Ridge Racer R-Type 4, Ridge Racer Revolution. So all of them. That was a nitrous. Okay, that's a break. Okay, so that's nitrous. Awesome. So far this is actually very arcade style. Not all of them were like that, because the one on PlayStation 2, which I believe was Ridge Racer 7, not Ridge Racer 7, Ridge Racer 5, that was almost like a nod to the Gran Turismo series. Like, it was very simulation style racing. And I thought, well, maybe it's heading into that direction, because you have the realistic style racing now going for this series. So is it going to be more like that? And apparently the answer is no. So far, it's actually, because you have the drift style where it's like your car swerves left and right randomly. That is much more in line with like the earlier titles from the looks of things. Final corner, keep it up. So yeah, that's the from the looks of things, that's the first race, which I don't mind at all. Yeah, quite the definitely learning a lot already. I mean, which one's boost, which one's how the handling is. I found it interesting. Which one? The top menu, sure. So that was a title, or not a title, but a trial race. Because I guess the game starts you off with like 3 races. Here are your race results. Yeah, so come at trial. Yeah, win that. Establish. Purchase machine parts of this manufacturer. Cool. And this thing has a lot of menus. So, yeah, I don't mind this at all. And okay, so this is a little bit more like what I've seen in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit number 10. Is that they had this intro, but this is also kind of like R4 R-Type 4 in a way, where they showed off like R4 had a weird system where if you win a race, you got the best quality car, and then if you got second place, you got second best quality, third place, you get the worst quality, and you kind of get your own combination of cars that you can have, and there's a ton of combinations afterwards depending on how well you do. Let's try another track here. So, this Kamata, I did that one. Age. I don't know about difficulty. That one seemed pretty straightforward as long as you knew which one's boost. Sure. Yeah, I got this tip on the last one, slipstreaming. That was I think part of Ridge Racer 5, where you put pressure onto the cars, and you can get ahead of them that way. But I don't know, I didn't see any pressure style stuff. Just slipstreaming came through. The most effective way to use your nitrous is to use it when your machine is near its top speed. This will allow your machine to go past its limits into new and uncharted territories. Okay, are you ready? Yeah, in a more simulated style racing, that's a bad idea, but it sounds like that's the advice for this game. Normally in like more simulation style racing, if you have nitrous, then you want to use that as a way of accelerating. So it doesn't look like that's the case. I didn't notice how much how I actually earned nitrous through skidding. Of course, I'm on a straightaway now. I can't find out. Easy win. Oh yeah, it's definitely skidding. Okay, so let's just build it up a little bit here. I'm already just about halfway up the ranks. Let's keep this up. So it seems like the easiest way is to just gently decelerate right before a turn so you can do the skid. Ready for nitrous. All right. Well, that wasn't the best, but hey, it got me in first anyway, for a moment. So yeah, funny story. I was getting ready to play this game a few days back, and I had this nice small stack of games, and I was so excited to get this show on the road. And very first game I test, which is this game, and it didn't work. And it turns out it was just a little bit of residue on the disc that stopped me from playing it. And luckily, the people at GameQuest was really cool about it, and they cleaned the disc, and it was just working nice ever since. So thanks for that, GameQuest. Yeah, and it was really hard trying to find something that will allow me to record to, and luckily my editor for my podcast, he recommended some stuff for recording, mostly cabling, and I was less than familiar with the hardware aspect of it, so I wanted to give huge props to him before this recording is over, for allowing this to happen. Without him, I'm not sure I would get this kind of quality on this video. So thank you so much for that, by the way, Nolan.
It's the final corner. Keep it up.
Wow. So these are actually generally pretty short races, like less than a minute per lap. So that's pretty standard arcade length sometimes. So yeah, that's interesting. I'm curious to see if the tracks get longer or whatnot and whatnot. Let's see. Menu, sure. Yeah, and the map actually, it kind of reminds me of Gran Turismo 4, where you had this big map and different manufacturers. And it looks like this game also kind of carries that aspect of the menu, which I wasn't a big fan of initially, to be honest, but I'll find out if it's better this time in this game than it was in Gran Turismo 4. Yeah. Okay, so an email system in this, weirdly enough. Part of the story, I guess. Yeah. Getting a lot of R4, R-Type 4 vibes. Part of the Ridge Racer series. So I guess that is it, actually, believe it or not. That's all we have. That's 10 minutes, believe it or not. So that was Ridge Racer 7, which I'm kind of curious to see how this game develops and where it goes from here. So there's if you wanted to support us, there's plenty of ways you can do so. There is you can just like our video on YouTube. That lets us know that, hey, you're doing a great job and keep it up. You can also comment on the video as well. Like, what did you think of Ridge Racer 7? Was that an interesting entry to the series? And I don't think there's very many other entries to the series after this, actually, come to think of it. Yeah, there's 4 on the PlayStation, 1 on the GameCube, 1 on the N64, and I don't know. But yeah, let us know what you thought about this game, and if you have never played it, like, did you find this particular game interesting, or did you not? Did you think it was a little bit weird? Like, let us know what you think. I mean, graphics seem pretty good for me, but yeah, your opinion matters. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube, and it helps you. It lets you know, hey, there's another video coming along, and you can check that out too, and you'll never miss a video essentially with that. So if you subscribe, turn on notifications, that's the way to go. If you want to directly support us, you can support us via patreon.com/freezenet, and it gives us a little bit of extra cash so we can actually produce more videos and get help. Basically, just helps us out essentially. Yeah, and alternatively, you can just check out our website at freezenet.ca. We have tons of stuff on there. There's video game reviews, music reviews. You can find more videos from us. We have a full-fledged podcast along with this video series. So, yeah, and there's also a full-fledged wiki, and that wiki is ever continuing to expand. There's so much music. I think last I checked, there was about 2,000 hours worth of documented music, like stuff you may not have heard of before, and I'd highly recommend you check that out as well. Spent a lot of time working on that. So I guess that's all for now, and until next time, keep it cool.